Hello, my beautiful learners. I'm Emily, and welcome back to Hey English podcast. Today is day 10 of our 30-day English challenge. Can you believe how far you've already come? You should feel proud of yourself. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt nervous when your phone suddenly rings and it's an English speaker on the other end? Maybe your heart starts racing, your hands sweat, and you think, oh no, what if I don't understand them? You're not alone. Phone conversations are one of the most challenging parts of learning English because you can't see the other person's face. No expressions, no gestures, just their voice. But here's the good news. With the right words, strategies, and a little practice, you can sound clear, confident, and even friendly on the phone. So today, we're going to dive into the world of phone conversations in English. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to answer calls politely, leave or take messages, ask for clarification, and end a call naturally. Imagine this. After today's lesson, the next time your phone rings, instead of fear, you'll think, yes, I can handle this. So let's jump in, because every phone call can be your chance to connect, practice, and shine in English.
So, what exactly is today's challenge? It's about making and handling phone conversations in English. Why is this important? Well, think about it. In real life, we often use the phone for talking to customer service, making appointments, calling friends or family, even work-related calls like interviews or business conversations. But many English learners tell me, Emily, phone calls scare me more than face-to-face conversations. And I completely understand why. On the phone, we lose a huge part of communication, body language and facial expressions. Normally, when someone smiles, nods, or points, it helps you understand. But on the phone, it's just words and tone. That's why today's challenge is so powerful. By practicing phone English, you're training your listening skills, your speaking clarity, and your confidence, all at the same time. Here's our goal for today. By the end of this episode, you should be able to confidently start, continue, and end a simple phone call in English without freezing or panicking. And here's my little secret. Phone English is not about speaking perfectly. It's about being polite, clear, and calm. If you can do that, you've already won half the battle. So, are you ready to pick up that phone with confidence? Let's do this.
Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, one of my students, let's call him Ravi, moved to Canada for work. He was great at English in class. He could introduce himself, talk about hobbies, even give small presentations. But there was one big problem: the phone. Every time his phone rang, he felt nervous. He told me, Emily, when I see the number, my heart beats so fast. I'm scared they'll speak too quickly. I'm scared I'll say something wrong. One day, he received an important call from his company's HR department. They wanted to confirm some details about his job. Ravi picked up the phone, but after the first hello, he froze. The lady spoke fast, he didn't catch her words, and all he could say was, sorry, please repeat. He felt embarrassed. After that, he avoided answering unknown numbers. Imagine that. living in a new country, but ignoring calls because of fear. But here's the good part. After a few weeks of practicing simple phone phrases and learning strategies, Ravi completely changed. The next time he got a call, he was ready. He said clearly, "Hello, this is Ravi speaking. Could you please say that again slowly?" And guess what? It worked. The other person repeated, and the conversation went smoothly. The lesson? It's not about perfect grammar. It's about having a few key phrases ready and staying calm. If Ravi could do it, so can you.
Now, let's talk about what really holds people back during phone conversations in English. First, the emotional barriers. Fear of not understanding. Many learners think, what if I don't catch their words? I'll look stupid. Nervousness. The phone rings and suddenly your brain forgets all the English you know. Lack of confidence. You worry, my accent isn't good enough. What if they don't understand me? These feelings are completely normal, but if we let them control us, we'll never improve. Then there are the logical barriers. No body language. You can't see their lips, face, or gestures, so it's harder to understand. Different accents. English on the phone can sound very different depending on whether the person is from America, Britain, India, or anywhere else. Speed. On the phone, people often talk faster because they don't realize you're not a native speaker. So, between emotions and logic, we face a double challenge. But here's the truth. Barriers are not walls. They are doors. You just need the key. And today, I'm going to give you those keys, practical strategies and simple phrases that will unlock your confidence on the phone. Because remember, English is not just about speaking. It's about connecting. And a phone call is one of the most powerful ways to connect with people.
The very first few seconds of a phone call set the tone. If you sound confident at the start, the whole conversation becomes easier. So, solution number 1 is learn standard phone openings. Here are some easy, polite phrases you can use. When you answer the phone. Hello, this is your name speaking. Good morning, may I help you? Simple. Hi, who's calling, please? When you make the call. Hello, this is your name. Could I speak to person's name, please? Good afternoon. I'm calling about reason. Hi, this is your name. Am I speaking with person's name? Notice how these phrases are short, polite, and clear. You don't need complex vocabulary. Let me give you a little secret. When you say, "This is your name speaking," it immediately makes you sound professional and confident, even if you're nervous inside. Here's an example. Phone. Hello, this is Maria speaking. Could I talk to Mr. Smith, please? Sounds polite, right? And the listener immediately knows who you are and what you want. So your first step is to practice phone greetings. Stand in front of a mirror, pretend your phone is ringing, and say, "Hello, this is your name speaking." Repeat it 5 times. It will feel natural soon. Remember, if you mastered the beginning, you already win half the battle. Here's the truth. Even native speakers sometimes don't catch every word on the phone. So don't feel embarrassed if you need something repeated. The important thing is to ask politely.
Here are some simple, natural phrases. Sorry, could you repeat that, please? I didn't catch that. Could you say it again? Would you mind speaking a little more slowly? Could you spell that for me, please? These phrases are your safety net. If you forget everything else, remember at least one of them. Let me give you a real-life example. Imagine you're on the phone with a doctor's office. The receptionist says, "Your appointment is at 3:45 p.m. on Wednesday." But you only hear, "Appointment 45 Wednesday." Instead of panicking, you can say, "Sorry, could you repeat that slowly, please?" The receptionist will repeat, and now you have the full information. Problem solved. Here's a tip. Write these phrases on a sticky note and put it near your phone. That way, when a call comes, you have your emergency English toolkit ready. Remember, confidence doesn't mean you understand everything. Confidence means you know how to handle the moment when you don't understand.
One of the most common things you'll face in phone conversations is messages. Maybe the person you want isn't available, or someone leaves a message for you. Learning this skill will make you sound polite and professional. If you want to leave a message, could you please tell name that I called? Can you ask name to call me back? Please let name know I'll send the document today. If you need to take a message, may I take a message? Can I tell name who's calling? Would you like to leave a message? When you confirm the details, can I just check you said 3 p.m. tomorrow, right? Let me repeat the number, 555-3920, correct? Here's a quick role-play example. Don't worry, later we'll do a longer one. Caller: Hi, could I speak to Mr. David? You: I'm sorry, he's not available right now. Would you like to leave a message? Caller: Yes, please ask him to call me back at 7 p.m. You: Of course, I'll let him know. May I have your name, please? See how polite and smooth that sounds? No stress, no panic, just clear communication. Pro tip: always repeat the important details like names, numbers, and times to avoid mistakes. Remember, the phone is about being clear and helpful. Many learners tell me, "Emily, I never know how to finish a phone call. I feel awkward." Don't worry, this is very common. The good news is there are simple, polite phrases you can use to end calls smoothly. When you're finishing a casual call, "Okay, it was nice talking to you. Bye for now. Talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks for calling. Have a great day." When you're finishing a professional call, "Thank you for your time. Goodbye. I'll follow up by email. Goodbye. I appreciate your help. Have a nice day." When you need to leave politely, "I'm afraid I have to go now, but thank you for your call. I'll let you go now. Thanks again." Here's a quick example. "All right, thank you for the information. I'll see you at 2 p.m. on Friday. Have a good day." Notice how that ending is clear, polite, and positive. It leaves the other person with a good impression. Pro tip: always confirm the key point, like time, date, or action before saying goodbye. That way, nothing gets lost. So remember, the beginning sets the tone, but the ending leaves the memory. If you close politely, people will always think, wow, that was a nice conversation.
Let's be honest, mistakes on the phone are unavoidable. Even native speakers mishear, interrupt each other, or say the wrong thing. The difference is they don't panic. Here are some common mistakes learners face and how to overcome them. Not understanding the other person. Instead of freezing, just say, "Sorry, could you repeat that more slowly? I didn't quite get that. Can you say it again?" Polite, simple, effective. Mispronouncing words. If you say something wrong, don't apologize 10 times. Just correct yourself and move on. Can you give me your address, please? Forgetting vocabulary mid-sentence. Use simple backup words. For example, if you forget receptionist, you can say the person at the front desk. Communication is more important than perfect vocabulary. Feeling embarrassed. Remember, the person on the phone is usually more interested in the message than in your grammar. They want to understand you, not judge you. Here's a mindset shift. Every mistake you make on the phone is not a failure. It's practice in disguise. Think about it this way. When a baby learns to walk, they fall hundreds of times. But nobody says, "Oh no, the baby failed." We cheer them on. Your English journey is the same. So next time you make a mistake on the phone, smile and think, "Great, I'm one step closer to mastering this." Now it's time to practice a real phone conversation. I'll play both parts so you can hear how it sounds. Listen carefully and try repeating after me. "Hello, this is Emily. Could I speak to Mr. John, please?" "Hi, Emily. This is John speaking. How can I help you?" "I wanted to confirm our meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. Is that still okay?" "Yes, that works perfectly. Thank you for calling." "Great. Thank you, John. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day." You too. Goodbye. Tips while practicing. Speak slowly and clearly. Pause briefly between sentences. Smile while talking. It actually makes your voice sound friendlier. Repeat this dialogue a few times, then try changing the names, times, or reasons for calling. Remember, practice makes phone conversations feel natural. The more you do it, the more confident you'll become. Today, we're learning 5 to 7 smart phrases and words that are super useful for phone conversations in English. Repeat after me and try using them in your own calls. Speak up. To talk louder so someone can hear you. Could you speak up a little? I can't hear you clearly. Hold on. Ask someone to wait on the phone. Please hold on, I'll check his schedule. Call back or return a call. To phone someone again. I'll call you back in 10 minutes. She returned my call yesterday. Confirm. To check and make sure details are correct. Can you confirm the meeting time? Leave a message. To tell someone to record or pass information when the other person is not available. Can I leave a message for Mr. Smith? Clarify. To make sure something is clear or understood. Could you clarify what you meant by that? Connection or signal refers to phone line quality. Sorry, the connection is bad. Can you say that again? ID. Practice tip. Try making mini dialogues with these phrases. For example, "Hi, can I leave a message for Sarah?" "Sure. Could you clarify the time of the meeting?" By using these phrases naturally, your phone conversations will sound professional, polite, and confident.
Wow! Congratulations! You've just completed Day 10, Phone Conversations in English. Let's quickly recap what we learned today. Start confidently. Use simple, polite greetings. Ask for repetition and clarification. It's okay if you don't catch everything. Take and leave messages. Clear communication matters more than perfection. End politely. Leave a positive impression every time. Overcome mistakes and doubts. Every error is a step toward improvement. Use key phrases. Words like hold on, confirm, clarify, and call back make your phone English smoother. Remember this, phone conversations are not about being perfect. They're about being clear, polite, and confident. Even if you make a mistake, you can recover gracefully. Your challenge today: pick up your phone and try a short English conversation. It could be calling a friend and confirming plans, leaving a message, or even just practicing the greetings and closings with yourself. Every time you practice, you get stronger, more confident, and closer to speaking English naturally. So take action now. Practice your phone English today and share your progress with someone, or even just say it out loud to yourself. Remember, small steps every day create big changes. You did amazing today. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see you in Day 11.